Hi everyone, it's Crystal again. I was coming at you to let you know how everything has been going here the last couple days. As I was telling you with the PTSD, any little thing that is during their day will cause a chaos day. If it's slightly removed outside of their element or slightly removed out of their structure throughout the day. The one thing I've learned about everything that's been going on is that if we give in and allow her to do what she wants to do, then everything is good. If we keep that structure steady into where they can't force through that wall, it becomes something more chaotic and more crazy. So the big thing around here is when she is with family or friends or, mostly family or with me or her uncle, or grandma, we all have to stay on the same page, because if we don't and one house does this and the other house does this, and then she comes back to the other house and it's not the same, that's when we have most of our problems. She likes to push buttons, of course, but that's not always the PTSD. That could also be that she is a 5-year-old trying to push and get her way, when all in all, that's not okay. So then we've got to lay down the rules again of, hey, nope, let's backtrack a couple steps. It's yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. Let's not forget our manners and what we've learned so far. And usually to calm her down, like when the PTSD kicks up, from going through counseling, we've got a little bottle of water that's got glitter in it that she can shake up and watch it settle. Or she's got this little thing, it's a crocheted thing, it's called a squishy. That if she gets just so frustrated, she can grab that and just kind of squish on it and take some of the anger out on that without screaming or yelling, or, even at fear, she can take it and just squeeze it. Also, there is we've got 2 boxes. One box is stuff that she just absolutely loves to do, like coloring, Play-Doh, her tablet, things that, she can take 10 minutes out of her day and calm down and just go pick something out of that box and do that to calm herself down. The other box is positive things in her life, like her auntie, her uncle, her mama, her daddy, her grandma, her grandpa, her nana, her teachers, her counselor, her dogs, her guinea pigs, things that are positive in her life. That's what that is for. So if she thinks that she needs to do that, then she'll just go reach in there and just look at it and be like, yep, my auntie does love me, because that's what it says on there, auntie loves you. And then there's one more thing that I forgot. It's 5 things. She colored a picture in counseling, and we've got it hanging in her room. So when she gets frustrated, that's kind of a happy place she can go to calm herself down and do what she needs to do. If none of those work, then we do breaths. 5 deep in, 5 out. And if those don't work, then we do the color breaths. Breathe in the good, blow out the bad. Kind of things. So, the counseling thing helps us quite a bit, for the most part. She did pretty good today, for the most part. Other than we're fixing to throw a new thing into her scenery, so building up to that, we've got to go throughout the day and say, hey, this is what we've got to do this week. Just to kind of say, hey, this is going to be here, and it's going to be a new thing on this day, and, we just got to get used to it eventually. She is pretty well, for the most part. She loves doing things. Whether it be playing outside or, I don't know, playing with her Play-Doh, playing with the kids next door. She just loves it, for the most part. But she is, she's got a imaginary, that's for sure. Her mind, man, she can make up some stuff. As in playing wise, she'll dress people up, she acts like she's painting her fingernails. She just does a lot. She's pretty amazing. And I'm really kind of doing these videos to kind of help other parents to understand that, hey, there's these things that you can do without taking the step of medication. Yes, medication is a quicker, faster reaction, and it helps faster. But medication isn't always the number one thing that you need to run to. Now, if like the counseling isn't working and you've did therapy and you've did different kinds of things, yoga, meditation, you've did different things, then take those steps to medication. But I don't want her on anything like that. It's one of those things that, to me, starting kids out on medication at such a young age eventually leads to using as an adult, and I don't want her doing that. She's a brilliant kid. She's got just crazy things going on in her brain, and she's so funny. And, when we get home from school, the first thing she does is, Auntie, I've got homework, I gotta do it. And then I gotta take it back to my teacher tomorrow, and we're gonna do this and that. And man, she's a handful sometimes, but she's adorable. And then, it's kind of one of those things. We just like to take our time, deal with day-to-day things. As they come along, we deal with them. The next step would be, if Auntie can't deal with them and Uncle Larry can't deal with them and the family can't help with it, then the next step is we take it to the therapist or the counselor, and she's like, hey, this is what we need to do. Then we take that step. And if that step isn't working, then we take another step. So it's more than just one step. You've got to take multiple steps to understand what's going on inside their little brain. Because they're not developed like a grown-up is, to where even some of us have a hard time understanding that fear or heartache or just things, we cry sometimes and we have a hard time dealing with that. Just imagine being 5 and not understanding that, yes, I have PTSD, yes, I'm ADD, but I don't know how to control this, and I'm confused. So when they're doing that, they just get frustrated and angry, and then eventually it just blows up, and it's just something that you don't want it to be at. So try to catch those signs at an early age, and try to prevent those. Love. Love is the number one thing you can give a child with PTSD. To make them understand that you are always there. And if they need to talk, you're there for them. I've had to do it plenty of times with her, and she's pretty crazy. And she'll come to me and she'll be so mad one day, she'll just scream at me, and I'm like, calm down, sissy, you need to talk to me right. And she just can't, because she's so mad, she doesn't understand what's going on. So then I've got to understand what she's going through, and then kind of work her through. At first, when all this started happening, and she was yelling and screaming at me, and I'm like, oh no ma'am, you are not going to do that to me. And then I had to realize, and I had to put myself in that position to understand where she's at, or how come she's doing what she's doing. She is a pretty crazy, what's the word I'm looking for? She wants to help so much that sometimes her helping is very bossy. And that's understandable. Most little girls are like that. But she is, she's good. She's excited. She's happy. She does what she wants to do. She doesn't overrun us. She's just content and loved and excited. And especially with the new thing that's fixing to start, she's just extremely happy. We just do all kinds of stuff around here, and she just is happy. And if it was up to her, we would have a zoo at my house. But, living in the city, you cannot do that. So, 3 dogs and 2 guinea pigs, like I've said once before, is plenty enough for right now. I love her to pieces, and she helps people. She's so helpful. I asked her today what she thought about me doing videos, and she said, yes, Auntie, We need to help people so that they understand what I'm going through. And that way you can help people understand how to deal with their kids. And she just wants to help. She's pretty amazing. And I know I say that a lot, but she is. If anybody was to actually meet her in person, you would think, oh man, she's a handful, but she's just absolutely amazing. Sorry I keep sniffling. My nose is running. I got it like a cold thing coming on. But she's pretty... I think if we can get these videos going and get them out and kind of pursue everything like we need to and keep pushing and pushing and pushing, we will be good. So there's comments down below that you can do, and then subscribe and help us get this pushed out some. That way the subscription gets everybody into it and can see what's going on. And then give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down and tell us what's going on and why. Or what you're going through, and maybe I can help you get through that if I've already seen the therapist on it or understand what happened. Let's all kind of pull together and help one another, each other, and then keep it going. America needs that again. We all need to step up and help one another. Instead of just throwing our children or our nieces or grandkids onto medication, let's help them and get them away from the medicine. So please, subscribe down low and let us know what you think. Have a good day. Bye.